Hello, true art believers. How is everyone doing today? My name is Art McFartson, and I am the number one live art streamer in the world. Welcome to today's live art stream. You are watching day 222 of 300 Days of Drawing. That's 222, 22222, 222 days of live art streams. Woo! I want to have some coffee for that. Celebrate. I just burnt my mouth. Anyways, we got some clouds going to happen today. We're gonna see what happens. I'm gonna use a live reference. No, I'm gonna use a reference, not a live reference. I'm gonna use a reference. I'm gonna go from there. Anyways, I hope you did enjoy today's live art stream. This is Art McFarson, and the number one live art streamer in the world. Let's get to it. Alrighty then, welcome everyone. I hope you are doing well. Art McFartson here, ready to draw up a storm. He is here. We're here. I am here, and we're here to draw it up. Just draw it up. We're gonna zoom out. Yeah, we're gonna zoom out, and we're gonna start the drawing process using. Ew, what's happening here? Ew. Can I add another layer? Why can I add a layer? Well, I'm already having issues. Let's see here. There we go. I was like, what is going on? I had like something locked. I didn't even know it. I had things locked. Didn't even know it. Art McFartson makes mistakes from time to time. And that just happened. Anyway, so here we go. I gotta find my brushes here. There we go. There we go, buddy. We're gonna go. We're gonna start right about now. We're gonna do the underdrawing. We're gonna do underdrawing, but I'm gonna use I'm gonna do a reference here. I'm gonna shrink this reference down, move it to the side here. Again, Art McFartson can't afford expensive stuff. He's a man of simple means. Time lapse begin. You can do this little line work here. There we go. I think no. There we go. That's what we want. That's what we want here. We want that to show here. We want it showing here. I'm going to shrink down the thumbnail again because it's, yeah, that's one of the problems with having like these source materials is you don't have a lot of, we're going to kind of just play around here. We're just going to start with an underdrawing of sorts and we're just going to go from there. And we're just going to kind of add forms as we go and so forth. So this is going to be a new thing for me. I don't know if I'm going to get if it's going to get really how detailed it's going to be because I can't really zoom in to my file here. Unfortunately, it's just in the way. Like it's like literally 4 inches in space, you know? So we're just going to figure out how we can do this. This is the first time. This is going to be the second time I've done like a source of clouds. So we're just going to kind of go at it and be a little bit experimental and then be loose. Although it's feeling like I'm drawing ice cream scoops. Just drawing some ice cream scoops here. That's what they kind of feel like. And if we want to get to the nitty gritty, clouds are they kind of look like ice cream scoops. Right? They kind of feel like I'm drawing ice cream scoops. All right, we're going to do something like this. And we're just going to go at it. Let's do something like that, do something like that. And now we're going to do another layer and we're just going to jump right to it. We're going to jump right to it. I'm going to play around here. Using this as the basis for everything, we're going to just kind of, there we go. We'll kind of do this. There we go. We want that. Go on top of it like that as the base tone. And we're going to start adding tones on top. We're going to see what happens, really. How I'm going to use references for this, I don't know. This is all new territory for me. So I'm going to start out by probably doing like a we're gonna knock this down. Actually, knock it down quite a bit. Just kind of knock it down a little bit. We're going on top of this tone, top of the sketch here, and we're gonna see what happens. So this is another experimentation with doing like a black and white drawing. So something like this, like so. And now we're going to go a little bit more micro. We're going to go. Actually, we need to actually be really kind of. Let's be kind of generic. Let's just separate them into tones, into like these tones here, right? Into like these just little cloud tones, and see what happens. Like that. Gosh. And now we're going to go even more. Now time to add some dark tones. We're just going to go in and work on this. There we go. And I'm going to be extra dark here and pretend like it's a really hyper-saturated black and white photo of a cloud. And then we're going to go back and manipulate it further. So we're trying to be just separating those areas into simple tones and then go from there. What I struggle with like clouds is like the landmark aspect. Like it's hard to find like landmarks to my eye. Like I just see a bunch of like floaty little like bubbly little forms here, and to me it just seems really foreign and strange. So I'm trying to get my sight better, really. They're almost going to look like mountains. Unfortunately, I don't really. There's no way around it. They're gonna look like mountains, and that's fine. Just gonna make it into one dark tone, and then now, mm-mm, coffee. A little bit of a hotter upper in the evening, and now, let's see, maybe go a little bit more micro. I don't know. We're going to go micro now. We're gonna start by let's go a little bit tighter on some of these forms. Let's start adding little highlights, kind of defining the shapes a little bit more. We're not going to do any like transitional tone, and we're just going to slowly kind of tighten up some of the things that I was noticing in this in this cloud formation here, and slowly add bits of highlights and push the contrast a little bit more in areas that I'm missing. So I'm just tightening up the areas and trying to get closer to what I'm seeing. Unfortunately, not that skillful at this, so it's going to take me a while. I hate using that as an excuse, but that's what it feels like to me. It's like I'm just really struggling with the idea of clouds, and I can't say that enough. Like I'm really am having a difficult time with this. There we go. Cut that form out. All right, so we got some more highlights. We got some more like highlights right here, and now there's this area. I can put this right here. Oh yeah. So now I'm noticing some things that I didn't notice before. So I made these two cloud shapes kind of similar. Uh, and so now I'm going to be correcting them in just a moment. I probably need to kind of trim this off. I don't know. There you go. Kind of do something like that. All right. So I'm going to be moving closer. And then there's like this little cloud mass right here that kind of does something like this. What I'm going to struggle with is tones. I'm really going to struggle with that. I'm going to have quite a bit of trouble with this drawing. And I'm already kind of thinking about how I can pursue this in future iterations, you know? And that's what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to think about the future of the drawing, not the future of this drawing, but the future of where I need to be going with these studies. And each one is its own experiment essentially. And so that's what I'm always dealing with is trying to kind of deal with how I'm going to model these forms and how they're going to be like developed in the drawing. There we go, something like that. The problem with doing this pencil, this pencil is it can if you go really large with your brush, it kind of makes everything pixelated. You know, kind of ruins. It kind of makes things a little bit harder to manipulate. All right, so here we go. Just kind of playing around here. I wonder how much I'll get done in 30 minutes. So this is also going to be a prelude to what I need to be doing. If I should just continue doing this, or if there's a better way to go about it, right? You're always trying to figure out ways to speed up the process and so forth, and you hope that what you're doing is going to move the kind of like the needle, but sometimes it doesn't, you know. And there's often those days where you're like nothing's really going forward. You don't feel like you're growing as an artist. You kind of feel stuck. And that's what I kind of feel like right now is I don't feel like any of this is pushing my I don't feel like I'm improving, or at least to the in the manner that I in this at the speed that I think I am, or think that I should be improving. And it's been very, very challenging to kind of be more modest, you know. So I've been trying to be a little bit more modest and kind of accept that my abilities as an artist with this type of genre of art is very like in the naive stage. It's like very unknowledgeable. And so I'm constantly trying to look at other ways about going about it, you know. And when I'm drawing it I don't really like what I'm drawing because I have a certain like expectation and then like my expectation is not meeting the reality. And so because of that, I'm having like this kind of like I'm feeling like I'm falling short of my goal is, which is to improve at drawing clouds. And then there's these days like this where I feel like, am I even moving forward? And maybe like when I look at it later on tomorrow, I'm like, you know what, that wasn't that bad. It's not bad for it. It's not a bad black and white cloud. It's not bad at all. It's just not great. Or it's not like decent. And that's what I'm looking for. I'm trying to get my clouds decent enough that I can be like, I know what I'm doing. And that's what I'm kind of struggling with at the moment is how can I use the source material that I've started doing and use it to my advantage really, because right now I feel like I'm in an area where I don't know what I'm doing, and there's something to be said about that, to not know what you're doing but still be nice to kind of have some sort of validation for your efforts, because right now they're just looking like these abstractions. I'm looking like I'm only doing these abstract pieces, and I'm not. I'm trying to um, I'm trying to create a semi representational approach to drawing clouds, and I'm still falling short. And it's going to take me some. It's going to take me all 100 days. I just don't know what I'm doing wrong. It might be it's a mixture of like just knowledge. It's like I don't know the the ins and out of the programs, and there's certain things that certain hacks, right, that you can be doing that will that can help you. I might not be using the right tool, right, and it's just a multitude of things that are affecting me at the moment. But it's good. There's always room to grow. At the very least, it's going to look like a pretty decent like abstract piece. So I got to try to find the really. I got to find the silver lining out of all these drawings. Is how can I make these more? How can I improve off this? What am I doing wrong? What's slowing me down? Where are some points of friction with these drawings? How much time do I really need to make a drawing? I probably need more than 30 minutes to really kind of get in that zone visually, because that might be another thing. So I probably need like a I probably need that. I probably need a good 45 minutes to an hour at least to kind of start something of merit, because that's what it's feeling like right now. Is like I'm right now I can't seem to get visually at a level that I want it to be. So it feels like I need to be doing certain things that I don't know what I need to be doing. Like maybe I need to be blending and kind of smudging some of these areas a little bit. Maybe there's certain things I could be tightening up. Maybe I shouldn't be scaling up my lines, so that it kind of creates this like gritty looking texture around the clouds. What kind of things can I be doing? Got to think about it and just kind of move the drawing forward. Again, it also could be the material, the brush. I could be using the wrong brush for this, but it is what it is. You just got to keep pushing and keep moving the dial forward. Whether or not the images are good uh, is questionable, is subjective, right? Like I can say that there's some nice things forming right now, but as a finished drawing, probably not. You know, so there's some things that could be I need to be working on with regards to regards to this cloud drawing. There's a lot of things that are kind of undone, not finished, and just kind of playing around. I'm really like impatient. I want to kind of get this background evened out, but I also need to be working on the actual clouds itself. So I gotta stop with that. I don't need to be working on the background. So, it looks okay as a like a sketch of a cloud. But as far as anything else, as far as like an actual drawing, I'm missing something. I think part of it has to do with I haven't found like any good cloud drawings of in black and white. All I've seen is a lot of examples on how to do it in color, and I think that's going to be beneficial for me in the future. But right now, I'm trying to at least learn how to do it in black and white because I think that'll be helpful for me in future pieces. I can't wait. I hope by day 300, my clouds look pretty good. I just hope. I hope. But right now, I've done 20 of them, and I'm losing some. I'm losing some hope, man. I'm losing hope bad. I'm like, oh no, if this is gonna be indicative of what's gonna be to come, I'm so worried. I am so worried. Like, oh no, this better not be like the level of detail that I can accomplish. I better be able to improve. I better be able to improve because otherwise this 100 days will be like for naught. You know, I'm like, oh my gosh. Maybe it's after if I do a few more experiment studies, and maybe when I switch to color, my options will increase. Because right now I'm kind of rushing this, and maybe when I change materials and then I change approaches, or maybe what I should do is on each page, I'll do like a smaller study as opposed to a large study. So I'll do like small studies in black and white because I thought that I could be able to finish a decent one in this time frame, but it's starting to become apparent that that might not be the case, you know, and that's fine. I'm trying to figure out a happy medium, and I'm thinking about it. I'm just thinking about it. So maybe I'll do like 3 or 4 small studies, or like maybe I'll do like one study, or no, I'll do like 4 studies on one page. I'll just like cross it in the quarters, and I'll just do 4 studies, 4 small studies in black and white or something, and finish out the rest of my days that way. I don't know. I don't know. I'm running out of actual days to do these, but that's fine. We're just trying to figure out like a way I can abstract it and simplify it. Yeah, so we're just going to kind of dial it back. Like that. So I got like 6 minutes left before I call it a day. I'm trying to keep these live streams really short because time's very valuable right now. Like I have like a lack of availability, and I can't just devote massive amount of time resources. It really does suck. It does suck that I can't devote hours and hours in on this. I would really love to kind of spend hours on this and then see uh do like hour long or 3 hour long or 4 hour long live streams, um and come out with a 3 hour 4 hour long drawing that at the very least is slightly better than it is now, or maybe do 3 1 hour long drawings, do out 3 1 hour long studies. That would be something, because that way I could kind of improve, you know a little bit more quickly. So do 3 1 hour long studies, and then something, and then I grow from that experience, right? I think that would be a very that would be the most what would you call it, like ideal, it'd be the most ideal circumstances with regards to this. It'd be very ideal to be able to do something like that. But unfortunately, I just don't have that time availability. I've been trying my best to kind of be more efficient and allocate things that are important, allocate time that for these type of events. But as time goes on, it's becoming ever more like it's becoming like more and more difficult to basically do these live streams for more than 30 minutes. So that's why I try to avoid. I'm not trying to avoid, but I really just can't like go about and say, hey, you know what? I have all this free time. I really don't. I don't have all this free time. So we zoom out. It's okay. It's not great. Like as I said, like all these like they're like blurry. Look at that. It's like super blurry. But is that what size is that? That's 80 times. Oh yeah, it's super blurry. It's a super blurry image, and I'm struggling with creating the detail, the micro detail that I'm looking for in these drawings, and it just comes with the territory. And eventually, I'll be able to. I hope that I'll be able to kind of scale up my drawings and spend more time on them and improve. Um, so maybe just looking at clouds and drawing from an actual source material by default, just drawing from a reference is going to kind of um, open up my sight, my ability to see a little bit more, and that's what I need to be doing is improving my ability to see cloud forms. And I think just drawing from them has been very helpful, and drawing from a resource, a source material, has been very beneficial. Although it's been a very slow process, um, it's been very slow to kind of get the ball rolling on this. Yeah, been very slow. So I got 2 minutes left. Really don't have much to say about this now. Mm-mm. So I don't think I'm ready for full on studies like this. So it might have to be one or two studies, you know, like one's like sketch. I might just continue what I was doing last time, where I was doing like one or two studies, and then I'll do like my last one will be from a reference, and then just kind of study in that regard. But like I don't want to invest 30 minutes on this. I think I'll get more out of it if I just focus on doing kind of like studies from life, but then also complementing that with what would you call made up studies. So like I want to do some stuff, some images from life, like this one, but then I want to do some studies that are just kind of like imaginary, and then that way I'm getting a little bit more growth as opposed to kind of focusing on something like this, because I think with the time allotted, I can't do the type of drawing that I want in 30 minutes. So especially with a grayscale. So I think it's just going to be, this is how it's going to be, right? Just going to deal. We're just going to have to focus on doing micro studies for a while. I might be able to get away with doing like more like with color. I might be able to get away with color studies. And because the way that you can be more abstract, but with black and white, you almost need. It's hard to abstract it and still work because the black and white leaves a lot of variables out. So this is it for the day. This is a nice little study. Not really proud, but it is what it is. You got to be willing to take some risks. And so we're just gonna put like a random like number, put P21, and it's 2. day 2. I'm gonna zoom in. I'm gonna zoom in right here. And I'm gonna go like this. This is 2. I'm gonna go P21 day 2 out of 300. All right, that is it for the day. Nice little study. Learned a little bit. Learned about my limitations. Again, every time I do one of these, I'm growing a little bit in the right direction. It's just that some days, you just wish you weren't broadcasting it to the world, right? Anyways, this is Art McPherson. I am the #1 live art streamer in the world. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel. I hope you have a wonderful day. Cheers.